Yay. Hello, everybody. Thank you for tuning in. We are Rumble Pop Live. Rumble Pop Live, everybody. So thank you for being a part of this. Sorry for the delays, as per usual with us. That's part of the course kind of thing. A lot of tapping going on, though. Tap, 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 tap. So sorry about that, guys. All right. Thanks for popping in. Mom and Dad are on. Everybody say hi to my mom and dad. Hi, Mom
Hi,
and Dad.
Mom and Dad.
Hello,
Sorry,
hello.
I did not call earlier. I was dealing with some other things. So my apologies on that as well. MC Narcissist.
That's quite a name.
Yeah. Well, we're delayed because sometimes life gets in the way. You know, sometimes you're shit on and sometimes you're the shit. Wait. I don't think that works. You're shit either way, right? Like you have shit on you. If you are shit or if you're shit on. Yeah, that doesn't work. I'm sorry. Yeah, no can do on that one. That's a horrible explanation. Take that one back. Take that one back.
I mean, if you're already a piece of shit and you have to put more, then you would have shit on top of you.
Just more shit.
Like, yeah, I mean, more shit. Yeah.
I guess if it's other people's shit, it might not be as pleasant.
Yeah,
as
like
it
if
is
you're
for your own shit.
like yeah, if you're in like a outhouse or whatever.
So you're saying it's better to be a piece of shit than to be shit on?
Yeah. No, I don't know.
Explains a lot.
BP.
P.
P. Yes.
All right. So let's see. Let's see. Nezzy says hi, everyone. Hello, Nezzy.
Hello.
Mr. Sean says at last. Nice to be here. Don't forget the like button. Yes, thank you, Mr. Sean. Appreciate that. And hello, Hakeem. Hakeem is MC Narcissist, by the way.
Ah, there we go.
Someone called him one, so he made it his stage name. Isn't that the definition of somebody that's a narcissist? They would be like, "Oh, that's a great compliment," and we're just like,
Kevin, what is
so that's funny.
popping in and out of your video of your picture?
No, it's just have to stabilize the brick wall. So I'm just. It's oh, you know what it is? It's the mirror behind me. That's
yeah, because we can see you in reverse. You see the back of your damn head.
That's what it is. The mirror.
Goofball.
That's what it is.
He must be in a different spot this time.
Yeah.
It's throwing everybody off. Hey, Enrique, thanks for joining, buddy. Good to see you. Glad you are on. So, we're talking about today, Comic-Con horror stories from the con. So we're going to be pulling from the interwebs and from our own personal thoughts and ideas. And we want to hear from you guys as well out there in the comment section. If you've ever gone, it doesn't have to be the big show. With San Diego Comic-Con just 2 days away, I thought this would be a perfect time for that, but it doesn't have to be the big show. It could be LA Comic-Con. It could be your local Comic-Con in Connecticut or, wherever the hell, Arizona, wherever you're from. It could be that con, and it could be like, oh my God, it was a nightmare. Like, I'll throw this one out. I remember one time there was this adorable girl and her dog, and she was dressed as Doctor Who, and I think he was dressed as a Dalek. And in typical Dalek fashion, he took a shit on the floor, and his defecation smelled so goddamn bad that it made everybody want to vomit, and people were going gagging around the dog's fecal matter because he had shit right on the con floor. So I think it was in the lobby actually, but still, it was pretty bad. It was really bad and really stinky, and not something I would recommend. I just don't recommend bringing your pets. If you can avoid bringing your pets to a convention, it's never going to be like a really great idea because pets are pets,
And they got to poop.
Yeah, they have to poop, they have to pee. They will bark sometimes if they're triggered, or they'll claw your eyes out if they're triggered, or, I don't know. If you try to bring an emotional support chicken, it's not going to work out. They're not going to let you in. It's just the way it is.
There are exceptions.
Leave your cocks at home.
I
mean, I don't even know if there are, really. I guess, like, you could bring, like, a dog, that's... trained to help you out in situations, and that's their job, so they're not supposed to be pet or anything like that. I can kind of get that, but even then I think it could be a bad idea. But what do I know? I mean, I've only been to like 1 million of these things. What do I know?
I know, especially for about at this point getting close to 20 years.
Yeah, that's true.
20. How long has con been around?
Since 1970, so it'd be 55 years. Donald's been going since 2006, so at this point, 19 years.
Yeah.
I've gone one time, 2011.
That's right, 2011. That was actually a good show, by the way. There's some good stuff.
Was it?
Yeah, I remember there was some good exclusives.
How do you remember? I can't even remember one year to the next.
Hey, man, I have to keep memories of everything. Like 2011, that was when they had some good con exclusives. They also had they had the Avengers panel. Remember the first Avengers movie panel?
Did I go to that?
Yeah, at Hall H.
Okay.
Yeah.
All
They're showing us some footage. You know, the crowd was getting crazy, losing its mind. You know how it was back in the good old days of the MCU. You would see that footage and everybody have a heart attack and a stroke. Like, oh my God, look at that! Look at that! You know, the panel would come on. RDJ get everyone pumped up and excited. Kevin Feige wear hats like this, and hype up the movie, whatever it is, and then always have a surprise guest. You know, would come in, and you know how it was. Those were the good old days.
I suppose.
Yeah. It's not the same anymore because from my understanding, you need like a ticket to get to get into these places now.
A lot of them, yeah. You gotta have a ticket for a ticket for a ticket.
Yeah, it's sad. Just like the Funko booth, the Lego booth, it wasn't as complicated. The Hasbro booth. Which, by the way, maybe we should just save this because this is part of like the bad stuff now. The nightmare.
That's true. That's true. There's a lot of bad stuff when it comes to these kinds of things. But yeah, as far as like me pulling out and stuff, there's not going to be a pullout tonight. I did not have time to read anything. It was just a really, really busy weekend for me, and I did not get any time. So there's no pullouts. I can't pull out on anybody today. It's just crazy. I think I actually did read one thing, but I can't remember what the hell it was that I read. I literally cannot remember it. I did read, I think I talked about it though, Beneath the Trees, Rite of Spring Part 1. And here's this one. It's fantastic, by the way.
American Psycho, like homage.
Yeah. Yeah, it is phenomenal. So, as far as like starting points for this, it takes place. It's after the events of the first one, so it's not the prequel. The prequel actually, I spoke to Patrick and he clarified this for me, so I got everything straightened out. The prequel was actually an Ashkin, so it was a one-shot Ashkin that they came out and put out exclusively for Comic-Con last year through the IDW booth. So if you got that Ashkin, you've got something kind of rare right now because they haven't republished it. But the rest of the stuff they've done multiple printings of, and this one here is for sure going to have a multiple print. But if you can see, he signed it for me and did a nice little remark of Samantha the bear, serial killing bear, which I think is phenomenal. If you guys haven't read it, again, I'm going to highly recommend it. There's a couple covers here. I've got this little dark and doozy here. That's a creepy, scary cover. Let's see. I think I got one more sitting here. Yeah, right here. This is the Virgin variant of that cover as well. That's the cover A.
I like
so.
that.
Yeah,
I like how he's creeping up. He's like hiding behind the.
Yeah, Samantha. She is just waiting on the duck lady, like kind of like hiding behind the trees. Yeah, beneath the trees where nobody sees.
I think the creepiest thing about that picture is the duck lady had hair.
Yeah, having a duck with long black hair is kind of creepy. You're not wrong there. That can be creepy. But as far as like, yeah, so for pulling out, that's going to be it for me. I think that's all I have on my agenda. So that was just a quick little pullout. So we're going to take care of that.
All right. Good. Jump into it, or you got comments you want to go over first?
Nezzy says everyone should read Beneath the Trees, Rite of Spring, and yes, I've never been to a con. A lovely lady invited me to one in Virginia in June, but I declined.
Oh,
why didn't you say yes?
Yeah, I should have checked it out at least.
Come on, Hakeem. Get out of your comfort zone.
I was just talking to someone yesterday. It said Baltimore Cons is pretty good. I was like, oh, I didn't know that.
Oh yeah, I've heard about Baltimore Con before. I have. Yeah, because that's what in Maryland. And I think that's probably Maryland's biggest one.
Yeah, it has to be.
Yeah, is Baltimore Con. Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Yeah. So we're gonna get right into it, guys. We have some. We've got some really horrific convention stories that we kind of go through. I thought I'd throw one out here for the first. If I could pull it up here, give me a second. Okay, there we go. Here's one. They said, PSA, please don't touch people in cosplay. One time I went to Times Square dressed as Anna and had 5 people all come up to me and hug me tightly without permission. And one of them even kissed me and said, I love you like a effing creep.
Whoa.
Grown ass adults. Yeah. So, yeah, not quite the con as Times Square, but still, that does happen because you think that these characters in your head sometimes are real. No. So somebody's personifying that character, they're cosplaying as that character. You feel sometimes that they are that character, and you can go up and do things. No. And that character would be okay with it in the anime or in the movie or the cartoon or whatever. But in real life, you kind of need to ask for permission before you just
touch,
hug or grab or touch, kiss, any of that really. Yeah, touch in general.
That's how charges can be laid upon you. You don't want that.
Yeah. You could be like, hey, can I get a picture next to you? Or can I get a picture with my arm around you like this or something? Is that okay? If not, I'll just stand by you if that's all right too. You have to ask.
Yeah, when I used to bring
Chris.
Hey. What's up, Chris?
You used to bring your what?
When I would bring my Canon camera, I'd always ask people, hey, is it okay if I take, before the smartphones became more advanced, I would ask people, hey, can I take your photo real quick? Yeah, and they'd be cool with it. Just ask for permission and be cool.
Yeah. I mean, sometimes it's hard, like if you're from a distance, and I even understand this, if you're from a distance and you take a picture because by the time you get over there, they might be gone or they're walking through or something, or you think that what they're doing is funny, like if it's a character that's, supposed to be like Sandman and they're drinking water or something, you'd be like, that's kind of funny because it'll make them mushy or something, something like that. I kind of get to a point, but yeah, I mean, it's always good if you can, if you're walking past them or something, instead of just taking the picture, it's good to just go, oh, hey, can I take your picture real quick? And oh, great job. It's always good because if you're going to take the picture, it's either because it was so bad, then you could say something along the lines of, oh my, thank you so much. And then just go on your way. You don't have to go, oh my God, this is so bad. It's amazing. Unless they want that. And you don't know, because you don't know if they did it poorly on purpose or if that's just what they had and they were doing their best. And you don't want to make fun of somebody either.
Yeah, it's just pure etiquette. That's all.
Mm-hmm. Yes. And Frank, you don't want to touch the cosplay character's codpiece.
Yeah.
Name of one of my bands, actually, we had back in high school was Cosplay Characters Codpiece.
Yeah, you don't want to be doing that.
Yeah. No. Mm-hmm.
I think a lot of the ones that I saw were costume related.
Yeah.
Like I saw one where a person was dressed as a wizard, I think it was, and then like their friend was like trying to find them, and they thought and then suddenly they felt their robe lift up. They thought it was their friend catching up, but it was some furry mouse lifting up, sniffing his ass.
What?
So the guy turned around and slapped and started slamming his lightsaber. He might have been dressed as Star Wars, made a cape. Yeah, he started hitting him with the lightsaber because he was and then the guy patted him on the helmet.
Jesus. So the guy was like Darth Vader, probably.
Yeah.
Getting his cape thing lifted up. That's awkward.
Was this kind of lightsaber, Chris?
I don't know. It was a story I found on Reddit.
Oh. That's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, that reminds me of something. Remember WonderCon about a good 10 years ago? There was one lady who was dressed like Vampirella, and I've never seen anything like that before in my whole life. Where that's all she was wearing. That was it. If somebody, it was so thin and so tight.
Dental floss in the
Yeah.
front and back.
Yeah, like literally that was it. If somebody wanted to be a jerk and just boop, she'd be completely exposed.
Yeah.
It was a Kylo Ren. He was dressed as Kylo Ren.
Okay. Yeah, that's wild. I'm surprised people aren't getting arrested for this type of stuff, especially these days. That's
Well, he did
crazy.
get security to come and take care of it, but
Oh,
it
okay.
doesn't say what happened after that.
All right.
Yeah. Yeah. I guess that's not the best. Like one person was talking about, they said, I tend to dress lewdly or semi-lewd with my cosplays because of the characters I choose. And she was saying that oftentimes people will ask to take a picture with her, and she's fine with that. The ones she finds creepier is when guys just ask to take a picture of her because she
yes.
wonders what they're going to do with that photo later.
Well, let's be honest. We can use our imagination.
Yeah. I think a lot of these are just going to be cringe, like nerdy dudes like doing stupid shit to like attractive looking girls.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to be a lot of this popping up.
Well, here's one that has nothing to do with like being perv. A guy was trying to get into Comic-Con and he had spent 4.5 hours looking for parking, so ended up turning around and going home.
4.5 hours looking for parking.
Wow.
Yep, you couldn't find parking anywhere.
Where the hell were they looking?
Oh, okay, I think the problem is this person was lazy. They wanted to park as close as possible. They couldn't find what they wanted. But the funny thing is, you had the patience somewhat to spend 4.5 hours looking.
When you could park an hour away, like walk-wise, and just go. Yeah, because you're going to walk a ton on the convention floor anyway.
Right.
I mean, most of the time. And if you're not, don't go to convention. That's another thing. If you don't plan on walking anywhere, okay, I understand if you're wheelchair bound, that's different, or if
or health issues.
Yeah, you have a disability and it's harder for you to get around. Totally understandable.
Yeah,
but
I
if
guess
you are a healthy individual and you do not want to walk around, then don't go to a fucking convention.
First of all, I think we all on average lose 10 pounds every time we went.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, really. I mean, we kind of balance that with some of the food we would eat in the past, but yeah, for the most part, it was usually that. Yeah, you're not wrong. You're 100% not wrong.
Because God knows how many miles we probably put on.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that convention center is huge to begin with. It's like three or four football fields long to begin with, and then all the other stuff going on outside and the Gaslamp district. You're getting plenty of steps in.
Definitely. I got another one here. This one is dressed as Tamari from Naruto, not particularly revealing or anything. Some dude comes up to me, tells me my costume is wrong and that Tamari's shirt is cut lower, and before I can even react, sticks his finger in the neckline of my shirt and drags it down almost to the bottom of my cleavage. Kid nearly lost his finger that day.
Oh, boy.
What the hell? Why would you go over to somebody and be like, no, it's cut wrong. It's got to go. You imagine that? You imagine, Kevin, if you walked up and you were like cosplaying Luke Cage or something, and I'm like, oh no, you need to take your shirt off. And then I just start pulling on your shirt or something.
That's going to get you a left hook.
Yeah. You'd be like, what the fuck? Yeah.
And Hector, look at me. You think I'm going to be weird around Comic-Con girls with security around? You kidding me? I'm not going to be acting weird around Comic-Con girls for obvious reasons. Come on, man.
Oh, I think we're the pinnacle of respect, Hector. Believe it or not. I know we don't act like it, but yeah, we're super respectful on the con floor. We don't do that kind of shit.
And plus, especially like I said, we got 3 levels of security. I remember you and I joked around about years ago when what's her name from Resident Evil.
Oh, yeah.
Mila Jovovich, we got to the microphone and said something. I mean, we know better. We're not gonna harass hot girls on the floor. That's just stupid. It's just stupid.
Right. That's a really dumb idea. So no, we wouldn't be doing that, Hector. But we know you would. Now that we're thinking about it, we definitely know that you would, you creeper.
Oh, hey, I like that.
Oh man, that
Destro and Panthro.
awesome, dude.
You know what's funny? I've yet to see either or. After
I've
all
seen.
these
Oh,
years?
I've seen Panthro.
You have? Where?
Yeah, multiple times.
I must have
San
missed it.
Diego. Yeah,
I
there's
must have
been
missed it.
Panthros. Destro I've never seen though, but I've seen Panthro.
A Destro and the Baroness. That would be really good. Yeah, you have a couple, cosplaying as Destro and the Baroness. That'd be pretty cool.
Yeah. Yeah. But Kevin, you can't dress up as Snarf and then keep going over there going Snarf, 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 and trying to rub up on him.
You know
That's
what?
awkward.
I'm sure some fool would do that too. I'm
Dude
sure
would try
somebody
to
would definitely do
pick
that.
up the Baroness's
Yep.
cosplay dress or whatever she's wearing.
Actually,
Snarf.
someone
Snarf.
cosplaying as Eagly. That'd be kind of cool.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Peacemaker, and you have a friend of his cosplaying as Eagly. That'd be kind of cool, actually.
Yeah, totally. Yeah.
Hey, nice one, Frank. Nemesis Enforcer. Yeah, okay. That's gonna be a heck of a costume to put together, though.
Mm.
You remember Nemesis Enforcer? That was a cool. It's basically like an evil version of Archangel. That's the best way you could describe the way he looks.
No, I don't remember that character.
All right, G.I. Joe the movie, when they were in Cobra Law, and that creature he was wearing red. He had like wings, and Sergeant Slaughter had to take him on. He didn't talk. He just kind of growled. He's the one who gave the spores to Cobra Commander. He was like, "Yeah, not the spores." He stuffed his face in there to make sure he got infected.
Nemesis Enforcer?
Yeah, he's a cool character. Sergeant Slaughter had trouble with him before he defeated him.
Oh, I see him. I think this is it.
Yeah. Best way to describe him, like
God, I don't remember this guy at all, though, Kevin.
Yeah, evil version of Archangel. Best way I could describe him.
Yeah, you're pretty spot on. Right?
Yeah, he's a cool character.
Yeah. But Archangel was kind of evil there for a while too, so I guess he's
that's
just
true.
early
True.
Archangel, you could say.
True. Good point. But he's no Warren Worthington III.
No, he's not. No, he's not, sir.
All right.
No
Chitara?
Warren Worthington
Yeah.
III.
Have you ever seen a Chitara?
No, I don't think I've seen a Chitara or a Tigro.
Tigra.
Tigra. I haven't seen a Tigra either. And I haven't seen Wily Kid or Wily Cat. And I don't think I've seen a Lino, but I've seen a Panthro.
I saw Lionel at Sherwood Forest Ren Fair in Austin.
Oh, okay.
Was it good?
It was good. He won Best Costume. He won the Best Costume Award. He actually got a really cool replica sword.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
Now, Mumra, you would need the appropriate person. That dude got to be jacked up, muscular, have the paint job with the snakes in the middle of his chest, the headset. That would be pretty cool. Or you can go the other Mumra, the old decrepit-looking, skinny version, and just have yourself wrapped up in all kinds of mummy wrappings with a red cloak.
Just do toilet paper from the convention.
That works. That works.
Okay,
too.
so another a really cringe moment I thought for Comic-Con was when Deadpool thought it would be great marketing to put his face on all the toilet seat covers, not thinking that all the con-goers would steal every toilet seat cover they could get their hands on. So when you actually needed to use a toilet seat cover, there wasn't any because people were selling them on eBay.
Oh yeah,
and I bet they still are. I'm gonna look this up because I bet they still are.
Well, remember we used to joke about this, our whole group, all the time. It was getting so serious that anything from Comic-Con, people were just selling anything. Yeah. If we got Stan Lee at the time when he was still living to sign a toilet seat, I guarantee you somebody would have ripped the toilet seat off the convention room floor and sold it on eBay. That's how bad it was.
Yep, you're not wrong. Let's see. There we go. Dead Deadpo. Yeah, there we go. Boom, boom, boom. Yeah, they still have them. They're $12.99 with free shipping from 2018 Comic-Con.
Oh my goodness!
And it says Deadpool 2 dropping soon on Blu-ray and digital. This is all Fox could afford. And people are still trying to sell them for $13.
Sure.
With free shipping. Like, that's so sad.
Oh, I got a horror Comic-Con horror story. You probably remember this, kind of.
Sure.
All right, I'm gonna freak you out a little bit because I have the crazy memory. So 2009 Comic-Con, when you had the Blackest Night figures selling.
Mm-hmm.
You remember how people were so grown men knocking over kids to get figures. Sad.
Yes, that's true. That's true. They were pushing kids out of the way
assaulting little children
to try to get a toy that you needed.
Yeah, man.
Yeah. And I mean, even if it was for your personal collection or if you're just reselling, even if you're trying to get it from a financial standpoint, there's no need for that.
Either way.
Yeah, there's no need for that at all. That's disrespectful.
Now, I got some good karma, if you recall. You remember that one kid that the father and son that came up, and the father was like, hey, you know, I saw you just buy one, you know, can you just sell me one of them? And
yeah,
you know, I'll pay a little extra. Now, of course, I wanted to keep the yellow one, but the kid, I wanted to get the green one, but the kid wanted the yellow one. It's like, all right, I'm not going to be that guy. It's a freaking kid. Just give it to him.
Mm-hmm.
Got the money, but it turned out I ended up getting that figure back later on that year for an affordable price on eBay. So, you know what? It worked out. Yeah, I made a little kid. I made a little kid happy. You know, nothing wrong with that.
No, nothing wrong with that. You made his dad happy, who walked off with it later, took it off of his kid, and said,
"Exactly,
good job, son. We suckered him."
You know, it'd be funny if that was the case.
It might be, but I like to think the nice story, Kevin. Your nice story is better than the kid being a pawn in his dad's scheme to get that figure off of you.
But you know, you can't put it past some people.
Have tried.
You can't put it past some people.
Yeah.
Like, hey, kid. Hey, son, I need you to put on a sad face, and we're gonna go approach some folks. I need you to get that face, and we're gonna get this figure, okay?
Okay, so this one's cool. This one, Jesus, I think Liefeld sold this himself.
Oh, what's this there?
This is a framed toilet seat cover. I think he might have taken some from Con, or they gave him some. And Liefeld himself did a sketch, which is a nice sketch in the corner, and signed it, and then gave his little seal of approval over here.
Now, this is the same
right
Ryan Liefeld who charges for two different signatures. So
yes.
Which signature is it? Is it the full signature, or it's just a little scribble scrabble?
I mean, this says Liefeld, and then on the other side it says RL, so I think it's both.
How much do they want?
He only did 10 of them, $1,000.
Okay, there we go.
For the autographed, remarked toilet seat cover framed, which says Deadpool Rob Liefeld. Classy. Talk about shit.
Quite literally.
Yeah. Yes, Frank, the artist who cannot draw fee. Hello, David. How are you? Hope you're doing well, sir.
Hey, brother Dave.
Yeah, that's terrible. 1,000. I don't know, man. Like, yeah, they stole them all. So that's like something like, don't make a Creature Comfort like a Con exclusive, so to speak. You know, it'd be like all the paper straws in the convention were Plastic Man, you know, or whatever. Then you would not. There would be no straws. Everybody would be selling them on eBay for $10 a piece, and nobody can use any straws. And it would be, you know, stupid, or forks or spoons or anything like that, you know? Speaking of that, by the way, I just wanted to mention this. The Plastic Man bench in front of House of Secrets is a staple of Burbank, California's shop, House of Secrets there. Has been there for many, many years. They just painted a regular bench to look like Plastic Man is in the form of a bench. And finally, somebody did the unthinkable.
Evil bastard.
They came in the middle of the night and they stole it. They picked up around a 200 to 250 pound bench, put it in the back of their car or truck or whatever, and drove off with it. And they are looking for it currently. So if you have any leads or anything on that, please reach out to the House of Secrets. You can find their email or phone number on their website at House of Secrets, or you can just Google House of Secrets Burbank. It'll pop right up for you.
And this is 6 months after someone broke in and stole a whole bunch of their stuff.
Yeah. So they've been hit a couple times recently, and not very nice. Not a nice thing to do at all. Really shitty thing to do.
There's the thing. If they're stupid enough to actually post it on eBay or Amazon, it's like, how dumb can you be?
Right.
Are you really going to say, oh, I did this myself? Really?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I mean, but I can guarantee you there's going to be some stupid shit that's going to be drinking, and they're going to be bragging, and they're going to brag to the wrong person, and that's what's going to do them in.
I hope so. I certainly hope so.
Yeah. And that's where the karma comes their way, and they're going to get effed right in the butt.
As they should.
Yeah, by a Plastic Man Shaped dildo. Ram it right in there. Ram it right in there. Yeah. Very embarrassing. Very embarrassing. But yeah, if you know anything, please reach out. Went to a small convention, cosplayed as Sombra, got yelled at for stealing a race because of my makeup was a shade darker. Brought the one wrong to con by accident, and that I'm the wrong color for her. I'm Native American through and through. My skin is naturally this dark and darkens more if I'm in the sun. What was worse? It was my now ex-friend who did this. Someone who knows that I'm full Native American called me out for this. Oh, that's kind of a bummer. I mean, I kind of get it. Like, it would be like me cosplaying as, the Black Panther and going in darkening the putting on darker makeup on my skin. I don't know. Like, I would assume that if I dressed like the Black Panther and I just didn't put any makeup on, that would be just fine.
Just the costume itself. Just the costume itself.
The Black Panther costume itself. And I could walk around the whole entire day with the full mask on and everything, and nobody would know
what you look like.
What I look like underneath. They would just be like, that's a cool Black Panther costume. And that's what you as an individual would want. Somebody to not look at you because of the color of your skin and say that you're misrepresenting or that you did it wrong or that you shouldn't be doing it at all.
Or I cosplay as Banshee. I have like a red-headed wig or something like that with the wings.
Yeah. So if you cosplay, but here's the thing: like, a lot of people talk about how great that White Chicks movie is, and they did the reverse. They did whiteface on black people,
right?
And I'm like, okay, so where does this put us now? Like,
no, this movie would have been able to get made today.
Kevin, like, so if Kevin decides he wants to be Banshee, and he gets a red wig on, and then he whitens his face, is that like, do we get mad? Like, or am I supposed to be mad at him then because he's misrepresenting Irish culture, or
in today's culture, in today's world? Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's the way it is with the snowflakes.
Okay, but if he just put a red wig on and went around screaming, then that would be okay. Right? I mean, it'd have to be.
Yeah.
I would think it would be okay. Well, I mean, I don't think I would want him to dress as the Banshee because I just don't want him screaming at me all day because I know that's what would happen.
Nazzy, we're not offended by White Chicks, but people today would be offended by White Chicks.
Oh, I was totally offended by it. I was 100% offended.
I was not. I thought it was funny, but
I've been offended by it since it came out. But yeah, Tropic Thunder too. Like, how do you balance? You know what I mean? Like, balance that. And a lot of people will point to Robert Downey Jr. in Tropic Thunder, but they never point to White Chicks. And I'm like, it's just kind of, I don't know.
But RDJ did it in such a way where it wasn't, as offensive. It was actually really funny.
Right.
It's kind of like that fine line where it comes through his performance and the writing, everything.
Right.
It just
and David,
right.
I do remember that Eddie Murphy sketch where he dressed, where he was a white guy.
Yep,
he
I
put
remember
on
that.
like
that
a
was
lighter
funny.
skin. Yeah.
Because also the point of the whole sketch, you understood what it was pointing. Hey, if I dress up this way, I wonder if I'll get treated better, and that's exactly what happened.
Right. Yeah. Donald can't walk with swag to pull it off. What am I pulling off, Hector? to walk like the Black Panther? Wow. You think I'm not getting into that, buddy. You're on your own there. I'm not getting into that. I just saw an image of that Plastic Man bench. It's a lot flatter than I thought it would be. What's a bench? I mean, it's for sitting on. So yeah, but that's what it was designed to.
I just thought about something, Donald. Are you taking your Blue Beetle costume with you this week?
Probably not. No.
But if you did and you dressed up as them, you know how people are very ignorant these days of the history of a lot of comic book characters? Wouldn't it be funny if they said you're offending Latin culture by wearing?
You know what two responses I would get, Kevin? I would get, which Spider-Man are you? And then I would get, hey, you big blue. And you know the rest of that sentence. That's the two I would get, and you know it. nobody would think I'm trying to be a white Jaime Reyes. No.
But someone was
You might
so
get some ticks. You might get somebody.
Yeah,
like, "Oh,
I've
it's a
got a
tick."
tick. I did get a tick once. Yeah.
right. But people being ignorant these days who just don't understand. You just see one version of a character, they may misunderstand and think, "Oh, what are you doing?"
Mm-hmm.
Not understanding, like, "Hey, man, this character goes back like almost 80 years."
Right. Yeah. Really.
It's like the whole She-Hulk thing. People are getting mad. Not some people, but some people are getting mad about, "Oh, why do you have to make a female Hulk for?" Not realizing the character's been around since 1980. You know?
Yeah. And it was supposed to be ironic, and you know, she was the original fourth wall breaker.
Yeah, before Deadpool.
Before Wade, yeah. There was She-Hulk.
Which is the other thing. Why is DC copying Marvel? Why do you have to have their version of Deadpool? You know, again, some people don't know any better.
Right. Why is Vigilante acting like Deadpool? Well, probably because Deadpool ripped off Deathstroke. And now they're ripping off Deadpool to be Vigilante. Because I never saw Vigilante acting like that in the comics. Vigilante was a dark character. Dark.
That's true.
And like at the end of his run, he just blew his brains out. That's a tough way to go. There's no coming back from that one, you know?
Well,
I wouldn't think.
Unless, using some, cosmic character to do something for you.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah, unless you're using a cosmic character. That's true. Could be that. Yeah, for sure. Absolutely. For some reason, I thought that the Plastic Man bench would feature the top half of his body bending upward from the flat part of the bench. Oh, no. Not really. No. All right. And
what's up, Jesse?
Here's a stupid, silly little story that I found.
What's that?
This woman who was a bodybuilder.
Oh.
She went up to Adam West to get a signature autograph, and he thought she was a man in a woman's costume.
Oh boy!
Whoops! Whoopsie daisy! Yeah, that's a little awkward. Did it go, "Hello, sir. Nice cosplay there."
She did say hello. She did. I mean, she didn't talk much to him, but she did say, he said, "Hello, sir."
Gender bending is allowed now. You're okay. You're in good hands here. If you read up on Adam West, man, that guy got so much tail back in the day.
Well, him
because
and
of Batman and Robin.
Yeah, him and Burt Ward, I heard. And also, I think maybe like the Riddler or something like that. They had some kind of, shall we say, special parties together.
Yeah. That's crazy.
And in the costumes, no less. I heard they were wearing them too.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. MC Narcissist. Hakeem says, "Kevin, do you remember my bodybuilder girlfriend, Sonia?"
Oh, yes. Yes, I do. Good God. That's like 21 years ago. 2004. Oh, yes. Damn. I remember her.
Hakeem, did you ever feel intimidated that she would whoop your ass? Just like beat you unmercifully if you did something wrong or stepped out of line? Give you one of these?
Yeah, I remember she did kind of had something similar to like the China build.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I think she would have like choked us out easily.
It's her bulge a lot. Yeah. Yeah. There you go. That's right. I was at a vendor at Walker Stalker Con, a convention for the Walking Dead fans, when an older woman walked up to Norman Reedus and bit him.
What?
Yes. Whether she was dressed as a zombie or not, you don't bite people. Just letting you know that. You don't touch them unless you ask and they say yes. And you certainly don't just bite them.
Okay. Wow.
Yeah. Oh, here's a great one. Jesus. My girlfriend told me about the last convention she and her sister went to when they were 14 and 12, respectively. They're not that age now, by the way. Her sister wanted a doll from this vendor at a con, and the vendor told her, the girl, of course, being 12, that he had bigger, better ones out in his car, And if she waited a few minutes, he'd take her out there and let her have one for free because he liked her. Not sure of the details, but she avoided the potential assault and ended up getting the doll that was there. Her parents never found out until today when they're on the live right now. Yes, Adam, don't go to the car. No. Do not go to the car. That is a bad idea. That is a very bad idea to go to the car. Don't do that.
And to add to the horror stories somewhat, and this is like a yearly thing. You remember how we'd always see the church group with their bullhorn preaching about the evils of Comic-Con and worshiping characters, and of course they also had those signs insulting a certain community, say how they're going to go to hell. Actually, they're saying everyone's going to go to hell. Actually, straight up, we're all going to go to hell because we're there. That's what they're saying. We're all going to go to hell.
Yeah.
Quote unquote worshiping these superhero characters
as gods when there is only one true God.
That's correct.
That's not what we were doing. There's a difference between, I guess, idolizing and worship.
Right.
And
right.
I don't think that they know that.
Or if they did know it, they just needed to get attention,
Yeah. Didn't really care.
Because I just want to. It's a people platform. You got 100,000 people roaming around. What a great place to try and get attention.
Yeah. I just want to bring up really quickly. It's just because it's sitting on my desk. When Adam was in town, he got me this really cool Bizarro Superman.
Bizarro.
Yeah.
There he is.
Look how cool.
Does he talk?
No. I mean, if I make him talk, I'm Bizarro. That kind of thing. But I don't really sit at my desk and do that. Although I've heard you do that at your desk plenty of times, Kevin, which is why we no longer share an office.
Yes, of course. Of course.
Yeah. Cool. Hang on, Bizarro.
Yes, Frank. Martin Cove, he can't bite people. We'll tell him that.
Tell Martin Cove he can't bite people.
Look, man, he's Sensei Kreese.
Hakeem says Captain America thinks there's only one God. At least he said so in MCU Avengers 1.
Yeah.
Right. And again, you can know that there's only one God, and you can tell the difference between worship and idolizing. There's a big difference.
Yes, Frank. It was. Yeah, I think it was the Westboro Baptist Church that was there. Yeah,
they probably. Man, I just hope they skip this year. Like,
why would they ever skip a year? Look, unless the police does something about it, it's the perfect platform to get attention for 100-something thousand people, 130,000 people.
Yeah, but no one's like converting. You know what I mean? They're not getting anybody converted.
They get a couple here and there. That's all.
You think?
Yeah, a couple here and there. You get a couple people here and there.
You think one or two people, or do you think it was already somebody that was part of the church and they're just like, oh, hey, yeah, I love this, and they're like, hey, yeah, we see.
Oh, I see. So in other words, they're dressed in their outfit, or they have their lanyard, and all of a sudden they go over, they pretend as if they never seen them before. Oh my God, I've seen the light. That's what you think is happening?
No, I mean, I think that they're just saying that they believe that, and preach on, brother, or whatever, but not tell them that they already are part of that. And so then they're thinking that they're doing their job, or that they're doing something. I don't think that's the case.
Gotcha.
Yeah, they do go to a Pride Week in West Hollywood, which is also rather disgusting of them to do. No, it's just gross. It's gross. Don't do it. Nobody likes to be in a line for 3-4 hours and have to hear you with a loudspeaker next to them on a sidewalk.
Actually, that leads to another horror story, somewhat. The long wait. If you're really a hardcore, and we were kind of stupid for a couple of years, I'll confess. We spend money for a hotel room, and we're so excited and dumb enough to actually spend the night outside Hall H.
We did it once. We slept outside once fully, and it was terrible. Remember that homeless woman?
Yep.
Came out laid next to us and screamed. Like every 15 minutes, she would wake up screaming, and we would all wake up with her, of course.
The line to Hall H is so long you got to wait overnight.
Yes.
Yeah, it was that serious.
What's the point?
I don't. We're idiots.
Don't they show videos of it anyway? Like
they will later normally,
clips. But we're dumb. We still had some youthful energy, and we said, yeah, let's do this. Let's have this collective, camp out experience. just so we can get into Hall H the next morning.
We could be the first people, and then we see they posted shit, and we're like, "Fuck."
I mean, I guess the other benefits were we got those cool, posters, whatever, exclusive stuff you can sell on eBay later on if you chose to do so.
Yes, Nezzy, you love that those church people look forward to Comic-Con as much as we do. I don't. Yeah, and Jesse's correct. Yeah, who pays so much money to have a good time just to be called an effing heathen? Yeah, it's true. It's true.
Yeah.
I love the ones that'll cosplay as Jesus, come over, and they'll be like, "He's right," and then they'll just keep walking on.
Oh yeah, especially if it's the Jesus from
Buddy
Silent
Christ.
Bob, Silent
Yeah.
Bob. Yeah.
Buddy Christ, yeah. It's the best. Buddy Christ. God. What an interestingly fun creation that is. He's just like I mean, that is the most lovable version, He's just out there for a good time.
Or
Yeah.
South Park Jesus.
Well, it's basically the surfer dude Jesus. Surfer dude Jesus, I like to call him.
Oh, Sean McGean. It actually the San Diego Con hasn't happened yet. It's going on this Wednesday, but I will let you know because I'm going to be right across. Our booth is right across from another booth that has a rather large collection of gold and silver age books. So,
that's gonna be a treat. It's gonna be a treat.
I'm sure at some point I'll make my way over to just probably window shop this time. But you never know if they offer me a good enough deal and
hopefully no highway robbery prices.
Right.
Which actually leads to another horror story now. At least before a lot, the prices at some of the booths. Oh, good Lord.
Well, here's the problem: is that the con charges so much for the booth space.
Mm-hmm.
Astronomical amounts, like 6 to 8 to 10 to 12 grand for smaller booth. We're not even talking like a huge DC or Marvel space or something like that. But they charge this astronomical amount, and you have to sell your things, and you think that you have stuff that people want, and you certainly might. But then you get there and you realize, that maybe some people have better or stuff in higher grade, or their stuff's priced $10 lower than yours on every book, or they see yours and they're lower their price, and then you see theirs and then you lower, and then you're next thing you're in a bidding war, or you just have people come up to your booth and are like, "Oh my God, these prices are ridiculous," and they leave. And as a vendor, it's tough because you have to make that money
to justify.
Yes, so how much you have to make, and you want to walk away with a hefty profit. Otherwise, what was the point? If you walk away with $500 in profit, probably wasn't worth it at the end of the day.
Plus hotel room stay and
Right. Yeah. And the burden of carrying everything with you, or if you're from another state, did you drive there? Did you mail it there? How did you get all your stuff there?
It's no joke.
So San Diego, you do see a lot of the same vendors because it is surprisingly a rather local store when it comes, show when it comes to comics and stuff, because not a lot of people are going to travel that incredibly far. I think that
like Harley Yee, from the the Michigan area, the established folks, Mile High or Rob U High Comics.
Yeah. Those guys, usually are there, even though Mile High keeps saying that they're not going to be there. They're not going to do it. They're not going to do it this year. They're not coming back. They're not coming back. They continue to come back. And it is surprising that they're able to make any money based off the prices they charge, for sure. Sean McGean, yes, I watched it twice. I liked it the second time. I liked it more the second time I watched it over the first time.
Yeah,
I think it was.
I think a lot of people are saying that.
Yeah, I think it was a really solid film.
Yeah,
and I could catch stuff that I didn't catch before. By paying closer attention to certain details instead of like the whole picture, because I knew what was going to happen. I could see what's inside the stadium where, him and Mr. Terrific got nailed into the ground, at the stadium. You could see all the stuff around it. It was like the Comets, I think is what they call them. And that was the name of their team. I want to say it was a baseball team, but it could have been football, but it looked like a baseball stadium. You've gotten some decent deals from Terry O'Neill before. Terry,
I know who Terry is. He's the one who does the show in Orange County in January.
Yeah, Terry's all right.
It's up and down, mixed results.
Yeah. I like the new Superman movie. The Hall of Justice was filmed in Union Terminal, where my high school prom was held. Oh, that's cool. That's actually very cool. Superman was fun, says Hakeem. And McGinn says, I thought it was really great on the whole, except for the fate of the character
Molly. I believe that's the character. Well, I don't want to give any spoilers away. I think I know exactly who he's talking about.
I like when Lantern went to the battlefield. Yeah. Oh my God. Yes. Yes. That was amazing, Hakeem. That was a great moment.
With the middle
Especially
fingers.
Yeah. Yeah, Frank, you like hot girls. Okay, so yeah, they can have a little dark in there, because hot girl, I get it, she's a warrior. She's like Wonder Woman, like if she killed somebody, you'd be like, oh yeah, that's kind of the way it is. But for me, it was like Superman doesn't kill, which I've just been getting into an argument over and over with a fellow friend of the podcast here about, because he loves the fact that his father in Man of Steel told him not to come and try to save him. And my argument was, if my dad told me not to try to come and save him, I'm still going to try to come and save him because he's my dad and I love him and I would not want him to be hurt.
Especially when you're Superman, there's a way to do it so fast that no one would even see what just happened.
Right. I mean, there's so many ways you could have written it better to not try to make it an event. And I rewatched the first Superman, and I still got pissed. I still get pissed at that, when, and then Pa Kent falls down and dies in the OG, in the Christopher Reeve Superman. That still pisses me off. So the fact that they kept him alive, great. That's a win, man.
Yeah,
like Mom and Pa Kent survived the first movie.
Although they are very stereotypical, like, wow.
Yes. Cracker Jacks or whatever you want to call them.
Yeah.
They are very much country folk.
Yes.
Talking picture box.
But there is a counter to that Superman kill argument. You remember Superman 2 at the end, but then again, you could counter back and say, yeah, it was just incidental how they died rather than he just, meant to break their neck or something.
Right.
With Zod and Ilsa and Non, it was just more of an incidental thing how they died.
Right. Yeah. It wasn't malicious.
Right.
Yeah. Exactly. What does Bonnie have to say about this? Well, if Bonnie was here. Jesse.
My favorite scene in the movie was the Mr. Terrific one shot.
Oh yeah, that was cool.
Well, the fight scene with the T-spears.
In fact, it was a one shot. That
so
was
well
great.
done.
Yeah.
So well done. Cool. Yeah. Really, really good. Really good. Donald isn't hero material if he's not willing to sacrifice a mom or dad here and there. Yes, thanks.
Here's your answer. Bonnie just said hi.
Oh, there she is. Hey, Bonnie.
Hi, Bonnie.
Jesse was just asking about you. Sabrina, are you going down to Comic-Con?
She lives there. Of course she is. She lives in San Diego.
I don't freaking know where she lives. Why would I know where she lives? What conversation have we had where I know she lives in San Diego?
You met her one time.
Okay. I didn't go, hey, where do you live right now currently? I was like, hey, how are you? Nice to meet you. Tell me your address. No.
Wait a minute. Bonnie says she just signed on, so could she pop in technically? Yeah.
Technically, yeah, she could if we wanted to bring her in.
Yeah, because unlike Skype,
I could do that. I could do that if she wants, but she might not want to, Kevin. She might have just got back from a workout or something, and she doesn't have her face on or some nonsense, and she doesn't want to be seen.
Bonnie barely needs any makeup to look good.
Maybe she has a cat resting on her face right now, and it looks like a hat, and it's embarrassing.
Now. She barely needs any makeup to look good, and if there is a cat laying upon her head, it's okay.
Same here, Hakeem. That was a fun little aside there. Did Casey Jones ever kill anyone in the TMNT comic books? I would imagine so. I don't know offhand.
I think so. I think he did.
Because the Turtles killed for sure. I'm pretty sure in the Eastman and Laird series they killed. In the Archie, of course not. No. And in the movies, no, never. In the cartoon, actually, Michelangelo wasn't allowed to use his nunchucks after the first season? I think he stopped being allowed to use his nunchucks because it was too violent. And I don't think I don't know if Leo or Raphael, if they pulled their sai and katana blades out, but I think Donnie was always allowed to have his bow staff, which is great.
Yeah.
I mean, if you keep
Got
it
a big
real,
stick, everybody behind me.
I mean, if you keep it real, I mean, those are deadly weapons. If you find people with that, it's gonna cause some damage.
Yes, absolutely.
Blood will be shed.
Yeah,
But
absolutely.
they definitely kill people in the IDW comics too.
Well, of
Mhm.
course. Well, they have to in that version. You have to.
Yeah, I think that was actually kind of a big controversy. Was the Jor-El and Laura, which we don't know everything about everything, so maybe we'll find out something different happened, or
yeah,
like
probably
I
With
feel
No,
it was a
this is
public,
Supergirl will
misinterpretation.
figure out more. Yeah.
I feel it was a
Right.
public relations thing where it was a setup, not really what it's perceived to be.
right.
I don't know. I mean, even Mr. Terrific said that it was right. It was,
Yeah, but Mr. Terrific didn't do any digging into it. He just said,
Yeah.
"Oh, if these guys say it's right." Really? That's something you do? You go,
but
"Oh,
I feel like it could
Also-
be a lost in translation type thing.
Yeah, that
Also
and
true.
also, how do you know Lex Luthor, with all of his money, could have paid them to say,
right." That's what I was thinking. It was a payoff, but
Should be a
then
payoff.
Mr. Terrific's like, "There's no way," and I'm like, "Really, dude?"
it could be a payoff. You kidding me?
Yeah,
Hey, you add a few zeros to someone's bank account.
right. Somebody dropped enough money in his bank account. One of his
You'll do
sleeves would
anything.
change from Terrific to Pine Saw in a heartbeat. In a heartbeat.
That's right. That's right.
I need that money.
That's right.
If the question was, did I enjoy Superman? The answer is yes. Thought it was a lot of fun. It was much better than I anticipated. There we go.
See, that's good. That's good.
That's all right. That's all right. Yeah. Yeah. And Bonnie, you're more than welcome to pop on if you would like. We can add you at any time.
She said that she's not camera ready after her.
Oh, well, you don't have to say it out loud. I think she just messaged. Did she just message that to you?
No,
it's in the chat.
It's public.
It's in the chat?
Yes.
Yeah.
Why am I not seeing it?
I don't know.
Oh, okay. There it is. Never mind. Sorry. I thought maybe she texted you privately and
No,
you're like just
no.
reading it off. I was like, oh my God, Kevin.
Kevin, I'm in the bathroom right now showering, so no, I can't. No.
I'm taking a Duke, Kevin, please. No, this one's. I'm trying to pinch this one off. It's real hard right now. It's really got me. It's taking me for. We're fighting real hard here. So no.
Oh, that's another horror story. Get it back to those bathrooms. Oh man.
That was always somebody blowing them up.
Oh.
Guys, how many times do I got to tell you? How many fucking times do I have to tell you? Please stop eating the nachos. Stop eating with the pickled jalapenos and stuff. It's not good for you. It's not. It's gonna give you the shits.
Also, the Hall H bathroom, as you know, it's an old school, bathroom. So you're kind of exposed, if you know what I'm saying. We go into the men's room, so it is kind of funny how some people get really awkward in there.
Yeah.
Some people get really self-conscious, shall we say.
Well, my favorite one is the guys that'll go. They get over there and they just here. Hang on.
Oh yeah.
And they go up and they go.
Yep. Yes.
Oh.
Yes.
Oh. They got both hands up on the wall over top of the urinal. Oh.
But wait, Donald. There's another no hands. You remember the other no hands?
Yeah.
It's almost like they've yes. The Superman pose. There we go. The superhero pose. There we go.
It's like, why are you hard at the urinal? Would you just drape it in and it's just dangling in there in the water? Are you floating it right now? What the fuck are you doing?
We all learned some new techniques as men on how to use a urinal. These are things I was not aware of.
I think there should be things we should not be still aware of, to be honest. God.
Oh, man, that's some funny stuff right there. That's some funny stuff.
Yeah, Frank, why did Lex Luthor wait so long to use the techno goo in Superman? As long as that would have been the first weapon I used against him.
Yeah, well, again, it's a movie. They have to create.
Yeah, and I think also he was using those monkeys to try to tarnish his
that was great. I love
his reputation. So that took some
media,
time.
The social media thing, I love it. That was hilarious.
Right. And you don't want Superman, you don't want people to pity him. You want them to think, oh, they're trying to take him down for the benefit of humankind. So that's probably part of that.
Yeah, when he's at his absolute lowest and people feel, yeah, he sucks, he's a scumbag, then you strike.
Right. Then you get him.
There you go.
Gotcha. Yeah, that's how you do it. That's how you do it, guys. As far as the con horror goes, let's see. Let's try this one. I used to be manager at the Hilton in downtown Houston, and every year they would host hotel for AniCon. One year was especially bad. Some of the attendees used their real swords to cut holes in the sofas in the common areas, and they actually pooped in the holes.
Are you serious?
This was a 4-star hotel.
Wow. 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 Wow, wow, wow. That's unbelievable.
Do you imagine going to the Marriott, Kevin, and being like, fuck this place, and cutting a hole in the couch, and then just taking a shit? Like, how'd they wipe? You know, they just mud butted it. They just mud butted it out of there.
Jeez.
You imagine sitting down after them, getting the surprise?
Oh, no. Oh, no.
You're not
Oh,
paying
no.
attention. You got your bags. Oh man. What a con. What a con. What a
Smush.
oh no. You get up, you got somebody's shit on your ass.
Well, wait. Here's the best part. You bought some very expensive merchandise at the con and you lay it on there.
Oh my god, yeah. Adam says my cat Isabella would love to pop on and talk about her favorite superhero, Catwoman. Oh well, golly, that sounds great, and I'm sure you can hear Isabella talking about Catwoman, but I don't know necessarily that we can all hear Isabella talking about Catwoman. Not all of us speak that native tongue, sir. So maybe next time. Yeah, it does seem a bit unsanitary, Hakeem.
I wonder if it was a prank or if they were just had to go that bad.
Oh, I would imagine it was like a fuck you type thing.
Yeah.
I don't think it was I have to go so bad.
You just don't do that.
Right.
And by the way, all those people were arrested, or at least fined, or so, because that's just disrespectful. You're affecting other people. It's not just the organization that you hate. You know, it's just that's not cool.
I have Wells cosplaying. Here's a couple of them. We stopped to have a picture taken with a dad and a couple of his kids. He tells me my dress looks beautiful, which is a lovely compliment. He then tells me it would look better on his bedroom floor. Well done, Dad. Well done. Yeah.
I found go ahead.
Okay. While cosplaying Belle, I stopped to take a picture of the young family. The dad immediately starts with the creepy comments, loudly telling his kid not to tell his wife because she'd get jealous. Then he proclaims how he's enjoying looking down my top.
Wow.
Good Lord.
People are creeps.
Yeah.
I found something similar to that. One of these Reddit stories.
The Reddit threads are the best for this shit.
Oh, of course. Once we were walking through the gas lamp and a guy came up to my friend and asked if he could do an interview about cosplay with her. She was dressed as Lilo from Fifth Element. She said yes, signed the release, and the dude started his interview by doing his intro and so forth and so on. And then his first question is this just for Comic-Con or are you a slut year-round?
Wow. He was obviously doing that for to get like bait views, from people, which is gross. That's gross, yeah.
Right, here's another sort of sex one. It says, I was standing off the side watching the crowd walk by and had a girl walk up to me and ask me out of the blue, have I molested you today? And I didn't even notice her until she asked the question. My response, what? She repeated the question and I responded, no. And I walked away as I'm not into jailbait. She looked about 16 and I was 42 and happily married.
That's right.
That's weird.
Yeah, I don't know what she was.
Some people in costume also can think they can get away with saying anything because they're in costume. And sometimes their character's an asshole, so they think that they can be an asshole. And that's not necessarily the case. Yeah.
I have kind of a long story here that is about handlers.
Yeah.
Of stars. All right, got in line to have Stan Lee sign a few copies of extremely rare and valuable but somewhat controversial book. I didn't think it'd be an issue because the comic shop sponsoring his appearance at the con literally had a copy of for sale right next to where he was signing for 3,500. It was literally the only reason I traveled to the city and paid to get in. And to be fair to me, I invested in these books before the controversy even came to light. Get to his handler, and he refused me. I protested. He persisted. I explained that there was literally a signed and CDG graded copy for sale 10 feet away after he said Stan wouldn't sign it. Didn't budge. I had been standing in line for 2 hours at this point. I'm furious. I tell him that and how much it cost me to get to the signing. That was the only reason I came. He screamed, "You want me to give you your money back? Fine." Counted out what I told him I spent and literally threw the money in my face. I collect it, go find a great copy of Spider-Man with the first appearance, buy it for more than 10 times what the books I came with cost. Get back in line. I'm third from the front row. Stan and his handler leave to do his panel. I sit and wait another hour. After he's done, staff comes out to say he's done for the day. Come back tomorrow. Obvious pissed off, grumbling from the crowd ensues. No way I'm paying for my way to get back to the city to this con again tomorrow. 10 minutes later, the staff says he's going to take a break. They'll hand out piece numbers and he'll be back in an hour. I took my place number and don't leave. An hour later, no Stan. Another hour, no Stan. An hour and a half later, he finally comes. I get up to get my book signed. They send it down the table. The handler sees me and demands his money back since now I have something to sign. Fine. I wasn't even going to argue with him, but by the time I gave him the money back, my book was signed and sent down the line. I didn't even fucking get to say hi to Stan. 7.5 hours to argue with a dickhead twice, and with the goal of being able to meet a legend, make a little bit of money to pay for surgery my wife needed, and walk away with a signature for a collection, and left without even seeing my book get signed. And that handler is the piece of shit that sold his blood.
Okay.
I guess the guy's name, it was Gerardo Olivares.
Well, the whole Stan thing, I didn't have a good interaction with Stan myself.
You did?
No, he was not in a good mood when I got an autograph by him, and it wasn't anything I wanted to get autographed by him because I'd given my autograph away to somebody else. So he's not my favorite as far as like experiences. I'm sure that he's been a great experience for some people, for sure.
For me,
just based off what people told me, and you're one of them. But for me, not somebody that I care to, think about when it comes to good autograph moments and stuff. And I've had a few of them that I could take or leave that were kind of in between. But yeah, I think as Stan was getting older, things were getting a little more
intense.
Yeah, not only for him personally, but for fans and for the community and stuff. So I got a little bad there for a little bit.
Well, not trying to defend it anyway, but everybody wants a piece of you. And think about it, you're 90-something years old. It has to get tiring after all these years. Everyone's trying to get a piece of you. It's much. I mean, think what Chris goes through. A lot of people want a piece of him, and he's barely half Stan's age.
Of who?
Chris.
Oh.
A lot of people want a piece of him, want his time.
Yeah. Sure.
I wish anybody wanted my time.
Just because you're dressed like Tilda Swinton from Doctor Strange, that doesn't mean you can act like a bitch.
Yeah.
I mean, I met Stan at my job, and he seemed like a nice guy, but that's also not at a con, so it's probably different.
Mm-hmm. Different setting.
Yeah.
Very, very true. Very, 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 very true. And everybody's experiences are different. I've had good experiences with Bruce Campbell. Some people have had bad experiences with Bruce Campbell. It's also the way that you come at people too, and the way that you act around them or you treat them. And, again, sometimes you just catch them on a bad day, and that's bound to happen, really bound to happen.
They're human.
It's unfortunate, but it is what it is.
Obviously, if you see a celebrity in the bathroom, you just don't go up to them or in the middle of they're halfway peeing or something like, "Hey, can I get an autograph?" I mean,
This drunk dude came up to me and asked if my body armor was real, and I said, "No, dude, it's literally made out of foam. So it won't hurt if I do this." And he punches me in the boob like super hard.
What?
That's terrible. Why am I laughing? That's awful. Fortunately, I was able to cover up the damage to my armor with fake battle damage, but still, don't punch people. Yeah, people that can't handle their alcohol. Nezzy, don't you fucking say a word. People that can't handle their alcohol should not be out in public acting crazy like that. That's not that like, especially if you're prone to anger when you drink, or just being absolutely batshit crazy. Maybe go home, Interestingly, I've never had a negative celebrity experience, and I've had quite a lot. Well, that's great, Hakeem.
Yeah, that's lucky. Lucky
You
you.
are one of the lucky ones.
Lucky you.
Yeah.
Drunk Klingons holding up handcuffs and going, yeah.
All right. Let's see. Some smaller convention had a gaming tabletop room, and there were people in the middle of a verbal orgy role play. I wish I was kidding, but since they all were grown adults, no one could really say anything against them. I remember they did it so calmly and straight-faced, I was really in awe. I'm not certain if these types of role plays are allowed, but they were still doing it, and boy, were they doing it.
Uh-huh. Well.
Wow. So some people were doing D&D sex role play. That sounds like a Hector Hernandez type thing.
Jeez.
I mean, let's be realistic here, Kevin. If somebody said out of the group of people in the chat who would do this, we're both saying Hector. I mean, you should see some of the stuff he does at Pokemon tournaments.
Now, that's quite an accusation, sir.
Oh, I heard him. I walked by one day, and I heard him go, "Hey, if you were in the shower right now, I'd Pikachu."
Wait, you say I peek at you, or are you talking about Pikachu from Pokemon?
I think I don't know. You decide, Kevin, because I couldn't decide. I couldn't decipher what was really being said. I don't know.
I see.
I don't know.
I see a story here of two people who got kicked out for having sex in the hallway.
Oh boy.
Like, when we started, there was nobody there, and suddenly someone was there.
Yeah.
I was like, what do you fucking expect? It's Comic-Con.
Yeah. Sorry, Hector. I just wanted to tell the Pikachu joke, and it's at your expense. He says Donald speaks from a place of privilege when he is talking to others about handling their alcohol. And Nezzy responds with her mouth zipped shut. Thank God. I'm fortunate that I've never caught a celebrity on a bad day. Maybe they're afraid to get pissy in front of me. Yes, Frank, it's probably all your huge muscles. They're scared of you, and they don't want you to beat them up. That's probably what it is. No, you're just lucky, dude. You just got lucky. You're just lucky. See, I was unfortunate. I had to stand in line after Kevin. So Kevin pissed off Stan, and then I had to deal with the aftermath.
Yeah, I suppose so.
That's the way I saw it. I don't know if that's the case, but that's just what I saw in my mind when I made it up just now. Yeah. Yes. So these are some good ones.
Did you have any bad experiences, Chris, in 2011 when you went? Any
No, we were just there on Sunday, so most of the there wasn't many panels, and
that's true.
And a lot of the booths were closed. But it was cool. I got to meet Lloyd Kaufman for the first time, and that's what kind of got us to be talking and get him into the movie that we were shooting.
Oh, cool.
And that was cool. I mean, it might not have been 2000. It might be a different year. I don't remember. You were there, Johnny. Nicolas Cage was there with his son talking about a comic book that they made. And that was pretty cool. So I got to see that.
Kal-El.
I got to see that. But that was the old kind of one of the only things they had, because it was a Sunday and it was kind of So it was all this thing was built up, and then Sunday. So I didn't really have any horror stories, but it just wasn't. I didn't think it. I was in New York Comic Con all 3 days, and so I think for me, New York Comic Con was better because I wasn't there on a Sunday. I mean, I was there on a Sunday, but I was there on also
For the whole thing.
Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. So I got to see
Full experience.
more of the panels and experience more of the booths. And New York Comic Con is a good. I like that one because it's also not just comic books, but it's also books.
Yeah, books.
So they have like a whole section of authors who come and do signings and do talks and stuff, which is really cool.
Yeah.
So
Jacob Javits Center.
Yeah. But yeah, I've not really any. I mean, I guess the biggest thing is I went to a Comic Con a month after brain surgery. Don't do that.
Oh.
Because it's a lot.
Yeah, maybe not your best choice there, bud.
Yeah.
That 2011 Comic Con, another great experience was, remember I got to meet Harry Cavill just before he started shooting Superman. He was really cool. And you remember, I was dressed up as the Black Licorice character for the first time. I was the only person who was in costume for this very small secret private sighting. He was cool. He liked me. Stephen Dorff. They asked me what my name was. I told them what it was. They busted out laughing. They were really cool. And that's Stephen Dorff.
What was your name? Your cosplay name, Kevin?
Black Licorice.
There we go. Don't ever be ashamed to tell people.
Of course, Black Licorice. And Stephen Dorff, who played Deacon Frost in the first Blade movie, I said, "Hey man, you know what? You're the best villain for those Blade movies." Like, yeah, of course I was.
Oh, Alex, nice to see you. I'm sorry if you already left, but good night, buddy. Thanks for popping in. Appreciate it.
Man.
That's probably why, Hakeem, because if you're working in the art department, then they're seeing you as somebody as part of the production,
Right.
not as somebody that's just fanning out.
Although there are exceptions. There are certain actors, if you look at them, they'll get you fired, I hear. Like you're not allowed to even gaze
Oh,
at them.
yeah, I've heard about that stuff, too. That shit's disgusting.
Yep.
We did meet a lot of people at ArcLight. Yes, that's true.
Oh,
Hakeem.
God. Like 100 people at least.
And not too many rude encounters, to be honest. I was pretty lucky.
Tim Allen was a negative one.
None for me as far as celebrities that I can think of off the top of my head, to be honest. But a couple just rich people just being assholes, like total assholes.
Yeah.
Like total, making a scene type assholes for no reason.
Remember the QC that liked you? The tall. What's his
Yes.
name? You already had that bad experience with Mary Jane.
Oh, yeah.
Kristen Dunst.
Kirsten Dunst, yeah.
Because she came late to the theater with her friends. You know how these managers love to kiss up to them, and they violate their own policies. And then when she got what she wanted, she started like sticking her tongue at him and making fun of him when she got her way. He was so mad. He went and talked the rest of the evening. He was so angry about it. I was like,
yeah. I mean, that's happened to me though, where somebody at the box office would walk them down past me, and I'd be like, "Look, man, it's like 15 minutes into the film." Oh, I'm walking them in. I was like, that doesn't count. Like, you're not supposed to let them in after the film starts, period. You're ignoring the policy that they set up. And if they don't want to honor that policy, then why state it?
Yeah, it's probably the hypocrisy.
Yeah, it really was. It really was. No exceptions. Oh, except for if we say there are.
Right.
Like, oh, okay, cool. Thanks for that.
Yeah. By the way, who was your favorite celebrity that you met during all those years there?
Oh, I mean, okay, so I never remember the guy's name. There's two of them. There's maybe three. I don't know. Robert Downey Jr. one was really nice. He was a really nice guy, very, very kind. The dude from Down Periscope, I can never remember his name, but he's the one that played the pirate the rest of the time. He just would electrocute himself over and over and over again. He was hilarious. I really enjoyed him. And Norm Macdonald was a lot of fun, too. I really liked talking with Norm Macdonald. I was just hanging outside, and he went outside for a smoke, and we had a nice little conversation. So,
oh, that's cool.
How about you?
George Clooney and Brittany Murphy. Brittany Murphy, super nice. God rest her soul.
Mm-hmm.
I was working box office that day. She came up with like a friend of hers. Just started engaging conversation with me. And then she looked at the movie tag, the movie I had on my lanyard. Oh, that's a good movie. She started like, "Hey, Kevin, where are you from?" I said, "Oh, I'm from New York." "Oh, really? I'm from New Jersey." Like, "Oh, I didn't know that." And she's asked me, "Oh, well, what brings you to LA?" And yeah, I wish you very well. I mean, she was talking for like a good 10 minutes. I was like, wow, she's just super nice.
Yeah,
I mean-
Bonnie, rich wannabes are the worst, or they were the worst there for sure.
It wasn't the arc light, but we all knew who my favorite celebrity was I met at work. I mean, talk about it. Jennifer Coolidge, of course.
Of course.
Yeah, of
Oh,
course.
I thought you were talking about Boxcar Willie.
Sure. I don't even know who that is, but
What? All right, fine. Yes, Frank. Rest in peace to Malcolm.
Yeah,
Jamal
guys.
Warner.
So,
Yeah.
you know what?
Jeez.
I met him too many years ago at a
Just swimming, get pulled out, and you're gone, just like that.
he's a nice fellow too. I met him at a film festival I was working at in North Carolina, and
Mm-hmm.
we're working on this play. I was like, helping out in the background. It was him and Charles S. Dutton. They're a part of the play.
Oh,
And-
love him. Love
and
Charles
Paul-
S. Dutton.
and Charles S. Dutton was very, very much a gentleman. Very much a gentleman. He shook my hand, thanked me for helping out, and being there. And then, Malcolm was cool too. He shook my hand, like, yeah, thank you for coming to help. So yeah, it was a good experience. Good experience.
Yeah. There's one dude here complaining. He's security, and he was complaining about a furry flying around and screaming because he was playing with a Mountain Dew bottle. But that's what like pets and dogs and cats do with like bottles and shit. So I kind of get it, in a way. So you kind of have to expect that, Oh, this is funny. This didn't happen to me personally, sure, buddy. But at KatsuCon 2 weeks prior, a few con goers decided to have an orgy on the now infamous floor 14. The reason that I say now infamous is because someone went on Tumblr and made a joke about poking holes in condoms. The staff found out about that and detained him and told those who participated in the orgy to go to the nearest health clinic to make sure nothing bad happened. I don't know about the detaining part. That part doesn't seem normal to me. Like, how did they find the guy from Tumblr? You know what I mean? Unless he went on and was like, my name's John Smith, room 12 on the 11th floor. And I saw an orgy on the 14th floor. And I decided to say that I was going to, you know what I mean? I don't see that. That seems a bit whatever, but, it's still a horror story from the cons. A lot of anime con horror stories too, by the way, if you've noticed. A lot.
For obvious reasons.
There.
For obvious reasons. For
Yeah.
the most obvious of reasons. You're just it's gonna be a cesspool of pervs there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. A lot. Anybody in the chat have any more or any other or any that they haven't said horror stories about conventions, about meeting a celebrity or just meeting people in general? Because we could go on and on with a lot of bad interactions with people. I could just tell you who's a dick. That's easy enough.
Edward Norton would be one I could think of.
Oh, definitely, 100%. As someone who worked on set with him for a month, he is definitely a dick.
There you go.
Yeah, that's unfortunate.
Yeah.
That's unfortunate because after Death to Smoochie, I just saw him as this country bumpkin, nicest guy in the world, and not it. Just an asshole.
He's very talented, but I think the problem was I guess he's all about the work, which is great. But at the same time, when you're doing movies, what do you expect? You're going to become, when you're a movie star, you're going to get people wanting just to say hi. And you can tell he just hates that part. He hates having to do the PR stuff and go around and do the press. But it's just, it comes with territory.
Yeah, that comes with territory. It. David Cox says, "Mate, Heather Locklear at work. Super sweet."
Oh, that's good.
Nice. Very cool. Very cool. Nothing wrong with Heather Locklear. Let's see.
I met Ron Jeremy at work, and he was super sweaty.
Oh yeah, that dude sweat all the time. Yeah, he was a sweaty dude. Oh, I got into the wrong subreddit here on Reddit when it comes to cosplayers. This is not what I wanted. It's all right. It's just weird anime characters I don't know. None of these characters. I don't know any of them. I had a friend show up for a plane trip to San Diego Comic-Con and says he didn't have any money for the trip and I needed to cover it. That was a $3,500 trip.
Oh boy.
It's also why I don't cosplay anymore. Oh, jeez. I left my wife alone for a bit and she ended up cornered in a booth trying to be as polite as possible while a random guy explained to her his theories of how the Joker is the personification of pure chaos and how he would just stab someone in the neck because he could. My tip for any guys making small talk with random girls at the convention, don't lead with how your favorite comic character is awesome because he can murder anyone he wants at any time. Yeah, maybe don't do that. But I mean, that's just somebody that can't read a room, you know, somebody that's obviously underdeveloped in certain ways and can't figure out common politeness, I guess, or decencies when it comes to that kind of stuff. I met Tom Waltz and he's the sweetest. Yeah, Nezzy, whatever. You didn't have to do what you did with him, though.
Oh.
Yeah, that's a story for another time. That's a story for another time. Chris, did you ask him for pointers?
No, because I'm a professional. I wasn't going to talk about porn stuff at work.
Yes, Scorch, it is too much to ask Comic-Con attendees to abide by all local, state, and federal laws. Yeah, don't corner him either, Nezzy. Good point on that one. Most interesting thing I saw at a Comic-Con was a comic book vendor detaining a 10-year-old thief who stole his comic books. Ooh, damn.
Wow. Wow.
I see one on here where they said they went to a con and when they got in, everyone was leaving because they ran out of money and the kid to close the con down.
Jeez.
What?
That's crazy.
That's
That's
what it says.
insane.
Yeah. And he waited like 2 hours to get in, and once as soon as he got in, everything was closed down and they had to leave, and everyone was leaving.
They didn't have money to continue the day?
Yeah.
What, were they renting the place by the hour?
I have no idea. That was all that said. That was all the story said.
That's the dumbest thing I've ever heard. What the shit?
Wow.
Oh my god. Renting it by the hour. All right, I get it. Yeah, sure.
So I got to figure out where this was.
Yeah.
I've never heard anything like that before.
No. Same
You
here.
would think you set these events months in advance, right? To a
Yeah.
point where you would know how much money you need to. That doesn't make any sense.
Hector says, went to a horror con and a Joker cosplayer was taking pics and cracking jokes, and I cracked a joke not at his expense, and he made the crowd laugh. And he walked away. He wanted to be the funny one.
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah, you stole his thunder, dude. Just like Black Lightning did to Black Thunder. And that's why he changed his name to Black Licorice.
Black
True story.
Licorice.
Look it up. Rumblespoon.com. You can go there, or you can go to our YouTube page under Rumblespoon Productions, and the Blue Beetle will be on there, and you can watch the origin of Black Licorice, aka Kevin.
Sean McGean's like, Hector Hernandez, that is hilarious.
Stole it. He wanted to be the funny one. That's so sad. I get it though. That's right.
I saw someone dressed like Grimace from McDonald's at a Comic-Con.
Yeah, why not?
Yeah, why not? Hamburger Lure, get all of them in there.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Well, I guess one or two more maybe, guys, and then we're going to call it, I think.
I don't want to talk about this whole story, but I see one here. It's literally the setup is 3 cons in one building, and it was a hemp con, a furry con, and a volleyball tournament.
Oh, a furry con and a volleyball tournament?
And a hemp con.
Oh, okay. Well, that part, yeah.
Yeah. Just, I'm gonna let your imagination go wild on that one, guys.
This guy, oh my God, I love this guy. I was booked to DJ an anime convention in Kansas City. And here's the best part. Okay. Now I'm being real because I'm reading this. This guy posted this. I was booked to DJ an anime convention in Kansas City. I had been drinking and doing some drugs, but nothing I couldn't handle. Well, I wound up getting a roofied drink. Banged my head open on a metal chair, had a seizure in an elevator, and couldn't stop throwing up. The works. Let me tell you something, my man. This sounds like you couldn't handle the drugs that you were doing. Maybe you should not have been drinking. And you probably were not roofied, sir. You are just a drug addict and an alcoholic, and you banged your head and had a seizure, and you're trying to blame it on something else. That's what this sounds like. This horror story sounds like you are the horror story, sir. You get invited to DJ a convention, and you show up drunk and on drugs.
The fact he had a seizure more likely means he probably took coke. That's usually what leads to seizures.
Yeah, I mean, probably.
Yeah.
But imagine, why the fuck would you... Look, if you're looking for pity from people, you wouldn't add that first part. You're just like, I was DJing when someone gave me a drink, and I must have been roofied, because then next thing you know, I'm having a seizure. Oh my God, that's terrible. I'm so sorry that happened to you. Not, hey, I was invited to a kid's anime thing, and I started doing a bunch of drugs and drinking, and then I got roofied. No, sir. No, you're the problem. Sorry. That's how that goes. He's the true horror story here. Wow. Because the lights keep getting cut off, and they wish they had the power literally to put it back on. That could have been it. Hakeem, the power. They just kept cutting the power on him. What did we think about the characters in the mural of the Hall of Justice? Interesting, Sean. Interesting. I thought there were some deep cuts in there. But I also like the fact that he did say that Dr. Fate is going to be a very well-known person. And low-key, I think talking to everybody, we all still want it to be Mr. Pierce Brosnan. We all still want him to be Dr. Fate. Like, that is... There's no debate, I don't think, from
Wasn't he Dr. Fate in
Black Adam?
Black Adam?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Actors big. Let's see. Sean McGee says Hector Hernandez. I would say more often they generate electricity. Yeah, that's possible. That's possible. Let's see if we got one more here for the road, guys. Give me 1 second. If I have one more for the road. Nah, that one's dumb. Okay. Okay, let's see if this one's worth the length. I was waiting in line for a concert. I never wanted to do 10 in the first place. I got in the wrong line and didn't know it was the wrong line until 30 minutes in. I decided to stick around and see it anyway. After all, I was about the 50th person in that line and was fast approaching 200. It was supposed to have started 30 minutes before I even got in line. It couldn't be much longer, right? An hour later, I still hadn't started. My legs are jelly from hours of walking and standing. Not much longer, right? Well, over 300 people were in line by now. Then an angry skinny dude in a skimpy spaghetti strap dress and absolutely nothing else yells at me to give him a hug. He almost gave it anyway. Another hour, my legs are giving out. The line is approaching at least 500. Another 30 minutes. I can't stand it anymore. I get out of line. I heard later it didn't even start for another hour after I left. Wow, that's a long time to wait in line. But that's on you, dude. It was the wrong line, and you didn't even know what it was for, and you stood in it anyway. Like, again, I think the horror here is your lack of self-control, your lack of will to get out of a line that you didn't even want to be in. I don't understand. He doesn't say like he's with somebody. It's just that he's in this line. See, sometimes people leave out stuff because they don't. In their heads, they're thinking that, oh, yeah, everybody knows I was with that person, you know? But you're telling it to a public forum now. Not everybody knows. We didn't hang out with you. We don't know you. We don't know who you were with. We're just assuming you were alone. You stood in the wrong line, and now you're going to just stick there. And, well, I'm stuck here. Kevin is like, it's like if you get in the wrong line at like someplace, like if you get in the, like if you went, like, let's say you went to get in line and they were like, well, we've got chicken sandwiches and then we've got, sliced puffer fish. And you were in the line for sliced puffer fish. Would you go, well, I wanted the chicken sandwich, but I might as well wait here now. It's a smaller line, Sure, I might die, but that's fine. And then get mad later. because the line's taking so long. It's stupid. It's stupid. Well, with that, guys, I think we're gonna call it there. Really quickly, pay attention to the lines at Comic-Con. Yes, Frank. Yes, I think it'd be cool if Gunn have a SRENI. Hello, everyone. Oh, hey, Big Sal. We're just getting ready to leave. Agreed, Bronson. Or Brosnan was a great Dr. Fate. Yes, Sean McGinn. Agreed, 100%. A streaming series called Action as an anthology show, which would feature DC characters from the late 1930s and early 40s, like Sam Bradley, Crimson Avengers, Wesley Dodds, Sandman, etc. Yeah, or just JSA, Justice Society, or you could just call it Justice, any of that. They tried really hard, Sean, if you haven't seen it. The Stargirl WB series, it was originally supposed to be in HBO Max, which is why they had a really good production budget at first. So if you watch the first couple episodes of it, it's really well done. It's really, really good. Then it starts to peter out a little bit later, but it started out really good. And some of the characters that they showed, I haven't seen better, incarnations of it on the big screen. So it was exciting to see some of those characters that you never saw before. So if you get a chance, you haven't seen it, you should check it out. Good night, Mom. Night, Dad. Love you guys. Take care.
Take care.
And thank you to all for have tuned in. We really appreciate you. We will not be here next week. We will be playing catch up from the con, basically, as it'll be a long one for a lot of us. So
And
that
I'll be
weekend-
getting a root canal.
that
Oh,
weekend-
good Lord.
Yeah, and then Chris is getting a root canal. So, yeah, we're not going to be doing that next Monday, but we will be back the following, I believe, Monday, just in time for birthday shenanigans, I think.
Yeah, as a matter of fact, I think it falls on your birthday.
Oh, no.
No,
I think
sorry. A day after.
it's the day after. So if I look a little hungover, you'll know why. But with that, thank you all for tuning in. We appreciate you very much. And if you're feeling thirsty, perhaps you should
Have a mighty, unique, but always vibrant Rumble Pop.